season 38 is well and truly underway. As you can see, Martin is already at 4 ER, sailing through the iron tier, well and truly on his way to gold. I'm sure he'll be gold literally tomorrow, day after, I expect. I'm going to show you how he's doing it. I'm going to show you all the strategies that he's employing so far this season to get ahead. Let's jump straight into it. So for his tech, as you can see, he's obviously maxed out his landing crafts. Snipers are tick 4, mortars are maxed. He's skipped heavies, he's maxed the mines, skipped bazookas, got tick 4 cannons, tick 3 medics. You'll see why in a sec. He's actually skipped building damage at the moment, but he's obviously going to come back for that at some point. And then into 3 maxed out the troop health straight away. He skipped the crystal shield. He's maxed out his rifles, as that is now his main troop. Tick 4 boom cannon, maxed boom mines, max troop damage. He skipped the RT for now. I'm sure that's on his path later when he comes to backfill. And he's unlocked the 4th ER. He hasn't actually making any moves in yet. He tells me he's pushing for bombardiers, and then he'll be pushing on then to seekers after that. As soon as you can. The first players to get to seekers are going to absolutely kill it this season, so that's the game plan right now. Get the seekers and then backfill the tree for the more important stuff like artillery, and maybe some GBE, crystal shield perhaps, the multi-node, VBD, the rocket launchers, all that kind of stuff. He's going to backfill that later on. The layout is quite an interesting one as it's this big U shape. You'll see why in a second what people are doing for the attack strat, of how they're getting from here to this ER over here, even if they don't have the flare, because as we said, Martin has skipped all of that at the moment, no flares, but you can make your troops run from this ER straight over to this one. Because of that target in line of sight that the troops have, they will move from there to the nearest target in a straight line, which happens to be that ER. So they'll actually ignore all of this stuff on the way around. They'll run straight around to that ER. You can actually use this if you wanted to lure your opponent's troops away from ERs and stuff, but if they got flares, then obviously it's not going to be that much of a big deal to them. So for times and stuff, he's getting 230 there. He got a 1 percentage, that one, 244, a 250, a 255, a 254, and a 245. Lost to a couple on fizzle and stuff, but anywhere between sort of 245 and 255 is roughly his times. Let's jump in, take a look at a couple of these attacks. Like I said, he's using rifles or rifle medics. You can see here, he's going to use these 3 boats of troops to kill these sniper towers, and then the troops are going to run from this ER around the corner to these ones. So if we zoom out, speed it up a little bit, you better see. He's not dropping any more troops until that ER is basically done, and then this lot of troops here will run all the way around the bend while the others clear up. As you can see, they're running round, straight around to that next ER, ignoring all the other defenses because of that line of sight thing. And then the other troops are clearing up the left side around the outer perimeter and on to the last ER. This one's slightly different. This one's got all the defenses running up the middle. But again, same sort of theory again here. This is the one that he fizzled on. A lot of the attacks that he's getting, a lot of the matches are against 3s and even 2 ER opponents, because there's not many 4 ER players out there at the moment. So a lot of his matches are against players with 2 or 3 ERs at the moment. So the 4 ER ones are few and far between right now. That'll actually, obviously pick up over the next day or two. As you can see, this is where he fizzles. Got one little rifle left to take down the last ER there. Bit of a sad trombone moment. Another variation of the 4 ER layout. This one obviously has all the boom mines on the corner. Big shout out to Eunice, who this is again. It's got all the boom mines there on the corner, which is actually going to wreck all the rifles. But as you can see, they will still round that corner and make their way around to the nearest building this line of sight. So you can use that there to trap your opponent's troops and stuff, or force a fizzle. But yeah, 4 ER right now is mostly against 3 ER and some 2 ER opponents. He is pushing for bombardiers and then seekers, and then he'll come back for the flare and things like that. If you need some tips to help you generally do better at warships, check out the video that's on screen right now. That one there will help you out with learning some of the underlying strategies and stuff that applies to every season. In the meantime, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.